This is TechCrunch.
Pinterest makes a bold claim that it sees more searches than ChatGPT. I'm Imran Sheikh, and your Daily Crunch for Friday starts right now. Aurora self-driving trucks can now travel nonstop on a 1,000-mile route between Fort Worth and Phoenix, exceeding what a human driver can legally accomplish. Now, the distance and the time it takes to travel it offers up positive financial implications for Aurora and any other company hoping to commercialize self-driving semi-trucks. It takes Aurora about 15 hours to carry freight in its driverless trucks on the 1,000-mile journey, according to the company. Human truck drivers take much longer to complete the same distance due to federal regulations that limit how long they can be behind the wheel. For instance, truck drivers must stop for a 30-minute break after 8 hours and can operate a semi-truck for a maximum of 11 hours at a time, according to federal regulations. Once drivers hit that threshold, they cannot get behind the wheel for another 10 hours. It also offers compelling economics to its customers, which includes Uber Freight, Werner, FedEx, and Schneider. The company said that eventually it can cut transit times nearly in half, a stat that's won over companies like Hirschbach, an early customer on the Fort Worth to Phoenix route. Aurora said in a letter to shareholders that it's poised to expand across the Sunbelt of the good old US of A. Today, the company operates driverless trucks, some with a human observer still in the cab, on routes between Dallas and Houston, Fort Worth and El Paso and Phoenix, Fort Worth and Phoenix, and Laredo and Dallas. The expansions helped Aurora transition from a developer of autonomous trucks to a full-fledged commercial operator who's earning money on its driverless routes. Aurora currently operates driverless routes through Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona, and has future driverless operations planned for Nevada, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Kentucky, Mississippi, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Florida, the company said. Has AI coding reached a tipping point? Well, that seems to be the case for Spotify at least, which shared this week during its fourth quarter earnings call that the best developers at the company have not written a single line of code since December. That statement from Spotify co-CEO Gustav Soderstrom came alongside other comments about how the company is using AI to accelerate development. Of note, Spotify pointed out it shipped more than 50 new features and changes to its streaming app throughout 2025, and most recently, it has rolled out more features like AI-powered prompted playlists, page match for audiobooks, and About This Song, which all launched within the past few weeks. At Spotify, engineers are using an internal system called Honk to speed up coding and product velocity, the company told analysts on the call. The system allows for things like remote, real-time code deployment using generative AI and specifically Claude Code. As a concrete example, an engineer at Spotify on their morning commute from Slack on their cell phone can tell Claude to fix a bug or add a new feature to the iOS app, Soderstrom said. He continued, and once Claude finishes that work, the engineer then gets a new version of the app pushed to them on Slack on their phone so that he can then merge it to production all before they even arrive at the office. Spotify credited the system in helping to speed up coding and deployment tremendously. We foresee this not being the end of the line in terms of AI development, just the beginning, Soderstrom said. The exec also touted Spotify's ability to build a unique data set that other LLMs could not commoditize the way they could other online resources like Wikipedia. That's because there's not always a factual answer for music-related questions, he said. After a particularly poor performance on its fourth quarter earnings, Pinterest CEO Bill Ready attempted to favorably compare the digital pinboarding site to the popular AI chatbot ChatGPT. Trying to highlight its potential as a unique search destination, Ready asserted that the site sees larger search volume than ChatGPT. According to third-party data, ChatGPT sees 75 billion searches per month, while Pinterest sees 80 billion searches and generates 1.7 billion monthly clicks, he said. Pinterest in the fourth quarter missed expectations on both revenue and earnings per share, reporting $1.32 billion in revenue versus $1.33 billion expected and earnings per share of 67 cents compared to the 69 cents projected. Also forecast that first quarter 2026 sales will come in between $951 million to $971 million and below the $980 million expected. The company blamed its shortfall on larger advertisers pulling back on spend, particularly in Europe, and a new furniture tariff implemented in October that caused issues within the home category. It said those trends could worsen in the first quarter. Surprisingly, Pinterest missed on earnings despite a user base that's growing faster than expected. The company reported monthly active users were up 12% year-over-year to 619 million when Wall Street had forecast 613 million users. Pinterest has long struggled to translate the high usage of its platform into ad dollars, as its users often go to Pinterest to plan and dream, not shop and buy. That challenge could become even more acute in the AI era, especially if advertisers shift their dollars to platforms where intent to buy is clearer, such as chatbot requests that ask for product recommendations. When asked about how Pinterest will navigate the shift toward AI-powered shopping, Reddy pointed to the company's visual search, discovery, and personalization features, which he said would point users to relevant products when they open the app. And that's your Daily Crunch. Today's stories were reported by Kirsten Korosek, Sarah Perez, and more awesome TechCrunch journalists. We'll see you here tomorrow. Same tech time, same Crunch channel. And until then, find us at TechCrunch.com.